Good morning, good morning. Nola was curled up next to me for a few minutes. It was very cute.
Welcome to year 5 of daily vlogging.
We're hanging out.
Hi everyone. So, it is like 1:30 p.m. I thought that a good night's sleep would kind of reset my emotional meltdown, not meltdown, but like, from last night. It didn't. Still very much conflicted, confused. I don't know what to do. I've already cried on like 3 separate occasions, and it's only 1:30. So, that can tell you where I am mentally at this moment. And today, my biggest task is to write the second draft of the short script that my friend Lainey and I are working on. Now, thankfully, that will get done. At what point? I don't know. Hopefully soon. But, I think I'm going to sit down and try to solve this problem like I try to solve a lot of problems. And it may sound dumb, but it actually does help. A pros and cons list. And as dumb as that sounds, it actually does help me, like, physically see everything at one point, like, during a situation. I can't remember when the last time I made a pros and cons list was, but it wasn't too long ago. And, it definitely did, like, help, and it kind of, if I remember correctly, it kind of made clear whatever decision it was kind of what I had already, like, I'd already come to the decision, but I hadn't realized I had come to the decision, So yeah, I think I did it in my to-do list book, so I'm gonna grab that and do it there. Yeah, so today has been emotionally rough already, but it's just one of those times. I have asked TikTok for their advice and help, because I can't just make a decision like this on my own. And you want to know why? Because, where am I going to put this? Because there's no facts, right? Like, this is an emotional decision with no facts involved whatsoever, right? Like, everything is emotion-based, not fact-based. So that makes it really, like, confusing and difficult, because I'm like, I feel like I don't have anything to go on, so I'll, like, reach one decision, and then rethink it, and then cry about it, so then I switch to the other decision, and of course the 2 decisions are keep her with me, or find her another loving home, not take her to a shelter. That's not happening. And I switch back and forth between the 2 so often that I'm like, I don't know what to do. So it's very conflicting. Let's see, what was the last thing I made a pros and cons list? Why is it not on here? I thought it would be on here. Okay, I guess not. Maybe I'll find another sheet of paper to do a pros and cons list, because I already thought I had one in here, but I don't, and I don't want to create one. Feeling a bit more mentally stable. By mentally stable, I mean not like I may burst into tears in, 3 minutes. That's been how most of the morning has been, and most of the second half of yesterday, too. I went down, said hi to Tiger Lily. I think she might be going into a heat cycle, which is expected. She is not spayed, and she has not shown anything while we've had her, which has been about 2 weeks, and they go into a heat cycle about every 2 weeks, which sucks for them. And heat cycles can last anywhere from 4 to 20 days is what I read. So anyway, she seemed even more affectionate and a little bit more of, like, playfully biting, and yeah, little bit of that showing through. But she gets spayed on Thursday, so we just have to hope that it's not, too intense, and let's just hope there's no yowling. That would be appreciated. Anyway, I have also reached out to the family that lives in our old house and let them know the change, that, I'm looking for
her forever home. And I've also reached out to our family friend, Miss Robin, who is amazing. She is literally one of the most selfless people I know. And she is, one, going to ask her husband, look at logistics, see if they would potentially want to take her, but is also reaching out to trusted family and, trusted friends that she knows that may be interested. So she's definitely someone who I know would not reach out to anyone if she had any inkling that they may not be a, safe owner, all of that, making sure she would go to someone who would truly keep her safe and love her how she deserves to be. And I want to be clear about that. I'm not concerned that I wouldn't love her, because I do adore her already. I'm just afraid I still don't feel, and I was telling my mom this last night, I know there's so many things. This should be the last time, hopefully, because I feel more stable now that there's a plan. But the thing is when I got Nola, I was planning on getting a cat. I was like, I know I want to get a cat. This is what I'm going to do and whatever. And so I had searched up all the cats. I looked at the cats, and she was the one that I chose. And when I met her, I was like, I know it was just a feeling. I was like, I know we are supposed to be, you're supposed to be my cat. So anyway, our temperaments match extremely well. That was just luck. But, I also love Rocket, Goldie, and Keanu, but I don't love them in the same way. I don't feel like they're mine, because they're not. They're not mine. But, I still care for them. I still want them to be safe. I would protect them from harm. Of course I would. And I sort of feel the same about Tiger Lily. She doesn't feel like she's mine, even though for the past week I've been planning on keeping her. She doesn't feel like mine. And that's not because I think she has an owner out there who is looking for her. I really don't think she does, which is horrible. But I just think it's because my heart cannot, my mom was saying, when you have a child, or when you decide to have more than one child, your heart grows so that you can love everyone in, the same way, but, love shows differently and all of that stuff. But, opening your heart and expanding your heart for that. And I just don't think my heart can do that with, I have one cat that is mine, and I love her with all of my heart and soul. And I think that's the extent that my heart can go to when it comes to like pets and things like that. I don't think I can have another pet and give that additional pet the equal and same amount of love and devotion that the cat deserves, and so they'll be equal. And it wouldn't be fair for Nola in my head to accidentally be put above Tiger Lily just because I had her first and I've had her for 2 years. Like, that's not... of course, that's how it works if you're trying to introduce them and they're not getting along. You keep the cat that you've already had. You don't get rid of the cat you've had just to keep the new cat. But other than that, like, if everyone gets along and stuff, it shouldn't be, oh, well, Nola lays on my lap because I had her first. And I'm afraid that's what it would turn into. So I'm just hoping we can find Tiger Lily's forever home and have her with people who can love and adore her the way that she deserves to be without any fear around it.
They had the book this time. Yay.
I am at the store now. I will say, I definitely feel emotionally drained. Like, absolutely not numb at all, but whatever this feeling is, I don't like it. This is not fun. I don't want to do this again. So, dang. It's already 5 p.m. I really hope this rewrite of the draft is not going to take long. I don't think it will. I've also found, I was talking to my mom again. My poor mom has had to deal with me calling her like 4 times today already. I think I found a good way to think about the Tiger Lily situation. And I don't know how I didn't think about this before, but I mentioned it in passing when I was talking to my mom, and then when I got off the phone with her, I was like, wait, that actually makes sense. It's kind of like I'm fostering her until I find her home. Like, because even though I know I was planning on keeping her, like, at one point, she doesn't know that, like, there's no way for really her to comprehend that,
But so even though my plan has changed, that doesn't mean she knows that it's changed. So it's kind of just like I've been fostering her until I find her home, you know? So that's a better way for me to think about it. And it makes sense. Like, it makes sense in my head and makes me feel less like I don't even know what the heck is going on. Like, what even is this? What am I doing? Like, you know, it's just like I'm fostered.
Look who it is.
In the window.
Today is just not a good day. Oh, I got Tindrum for like lunch, dinner, and now I'm panicking and I can't tell if it's just anxiety or if it's also because they put something spicier in my food. It was only a few of the bites. It was like 3 of the bites, and now I'm so afraid that it's like upset my stomach and that I'm like, this is just, and I'm working on the rewrite for the script. I just want today to be over.
There's Miss Tiger Lily. Hi. Hi, silly goose. What are you doing? Careful. She says hi.
Amaria's playing her bass in her room. I came down here with Tiger Lily earlier because I am definitely going to bed early tonight. Also, hi. Hi. This is new. Because I'm going to bed early tonight. I finished the draft, and Lainey and I have decided she's gonna take a stab at the next rewrite, which I think is really smart because she has like a vision in her head and all of that. She came up with the idea for the story. We talked about it together, but she has the vision, and so she's gonna take a stab at the script, which I think will be really helpful to us because of course she can give me her notes, but I can't see inside her head. Anyway, but I got it done, and it's like 10:20, so I didn't need to go immediately after because thankfully my anxiety ebbed, which was nice. But yes, I'm heading to bed. Tomorrow I will be at work for a long time. I need to get there at like 8:45. Or like 8:40. Yeah, 8:40, and so I'm gonna leave here at 8:15. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day, and then I don't leave until 7:15. So it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna make sure to bring a lot of food with me, and yeah, it's okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.